Good morning. Welcome to my word for the day. I'm Lee Watson. I'm a business advisor. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an adventurer. I'm a guy who likes good words, and I have a good thought for you today. So, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here, and let's just get started. As I was on my way into the office today, something's amiss. Let's do. Oh boy. I don't know what to tell you about that. That's par for the course here today. When I got in here today and I started setting up my word for the day, I realized that my mouse, my computer mouse, if any of you use PCs, I don't use an Apple. So PCs have two buttons, not just one. And it turns out that my mouse left button, primary button, wouldn't work. So I figured out how to make the primary button shift to the right, which means that we're right clicking on everything as the primary. It's messy. And behind me, I have a similar problem. I can't make it work at all. So, wow, silly stuff. Okay. I did come here with an idea today. I didn't get this idea until I was on my way here and I was listening to the radio, and I heard a couple of things that just kind of said, hey, maybe that's something people want to hear about. So that's what I'm going to do. And the idea is, what do we believe? What do we believe about ourselves, about our lives, about what we do, who we are, what we have, all those kind of things. Our beliefs are very powerful in that. If we think that we are capable and knowledgeable and helpful, and for some of you funny, I don't happen to have the funny gene, but some of you do, and that's very cool. And so we have all these beliefs about ourselves. We have beliefs or not about things like God and the universe and science and all these things. And all of these beliefs shape us in one way or another. I was listening to a really fun interview recently. It was about an atheist it included an atheist and a pastor. And the idea was, it was just a discussion about belief in God or not. And it was really a kind of a fun conversation, because these two people on different sides of this belief line, when it comes to God, we're smart enough, we're humble enough to have a real conversation, not just, well, here's what I think and I'm right, and oh no, here's what I think and I'm right. It wasn't like that at all. It was awesome. It was a great conversation, and they are friends. And it was a friendly, good thing. So the point is here, your beliefs, my beliefs, all across the board about all kinds of things, not just God, but about who we are and how good we are and how funny we are and how smart we are and how good looking we are. All these things are our beliefs, because not everybody agrees with us. And in any of those categories, I mean, some things are kind of irrefutable. If you run into somebody who is just amazingly smart or intelligent, high IQ kind of people, it's hard to say, no, you're not really smart. You don't really have a high IQ, because they can prove it. But there are so many things that are subjective in life, like whether or not somebody is good looking, or most things, funny. Some people are funny to some people and annoying to others. And just the things across the board. What I want you to do today is think a little bit. Think about the beliefs that you have and how they affect your life. I, we all have these beliefs. So I'm suggesting that you put your mindfulness hat on and think for a little while about different areas of your life. How are you doing? How do you feel about yourself? How do other people feel about you? Um, Anything that you can think of, and kind of dissect the idea about who you are, what you have, why, all those kind of things. And I think what you're going to find is that your beliefs about yourself affect every part of your life. If you don't think you're likable, chances are pretty good that you're not going to be very likable to people. And that's just an example of one thing that is extremely changeable. We choose every morning when we get up how it is that we're going to present ourselves to others in the form of our attitudes. If our attitude is bright and shiny and positive and expectant, and it's going to show. And if that happens, if we show a wonderful, fantastic attitude, um, will that help us or hurt us? Think about it for a moment. If we react or respond to situations in a very positive manner, or very open and honest and empathetic way, all these kind of things, how will they affect what we be and do and have and what we believe? So these are the things I was thinking about on my way in today, and I hope that you can spend just a few minutes today thinking about these things too. And I think that it will be very beneficial for you, for your life, for the things that happen every day, and for the way people experience you. We're not here to make everybody happy. In fact, the fact that I believe in God is unhappy for some people. The fact that I believe in God is very happy for other people. It's because it's consistent with their beliefs. And so just know that not everything that you believe is going to be well received. And that is not your job. Your job is not to make everybody happy. First of all, it's impossible. You're not going to make everybody happy, and that's okay. Just don't be mean or rude or unreasonable about the things that you do believe. If you're thinking that you believe these things and you're right, there's a problem. And the problem is we're not always right. We're just not. And when it comes to some of the big categories, we can't know that we're right. Proof is a very difficult and challenging thing. In certain instances and circumstances, proof is black and white. It's very evident, but that's not always the case. Ask any scientist. Proofs are very difficult. Okay, well, that's what I hope you'll learn today, is just a little bit about what it is that you're believing about your worldview, your life, your everything, because it does affect you and your life. And I wish you a wonderful, prosperous, peaceful, loving life. And in order to move in that direction, you kind of have to know what you believe in, what it is that's important to you. And if you have to, or actually, if you're willing to, write it down. Start keeping a journal or at least a document that outlines the things that you do believe. And you might find that some of these things bend a little bit over time. You used to believe this, and now you believe this, which is similar and close, but not exactly the same. And these things say something about who you are. and whether or not you're open-minded and willing to consider opposing viewpoints. It's believe it or not, these are the things that I think about. And if you'd like to talk more about it, go to businessbeyondnumbers.com/contact and book yourself a free call with me. I always say this: I will continue to do this and have these calls as long as I can, until I just don't have the time to do it anymore. It's a high priority for me, so I keep a portion of my day open for these kind of things, and some people take me up on it, and I'm super thankful for it. So if you want to talk about it, go to businessbeyondnumbers.com/contact, book a call, and yeah, let's talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, I don't know everything about everything. In fact, I know some things about some things, and hopefully whatever your questions are, I can address in some way intelligently. But if I can't, I'll tell you. If you want to know about brain surgery, I'm just not very helpful. Okay. Well, I want to thank all my sponsors. Normally they show up behind me, and today that computer's just not cooperating. And so the thing about our sponsors is they, whenever I see them show up, and so I see Tom Foolery Show come up, and I think, these are people whose mission is to help people relax and have fun and laugh. And then I see Phyllis. She's an interior designer, and I think she wants to make people really like the spaces that they're in, whether it's their office or home. Excuse me. I mean, all the people who are sponsors back here are trying to help others. And in the case of commercial sponsors, that's their business. It's like my business is, well, I have more than one, but the one that best through this show is my advising small business owners. It's mainly small business owners. I mean, I do some consulting with larger businesses, but that's what you know me for. I can tell you that that's not my only commercial life. And if you want to talk about that, I'd be happy to do it. It's part of life, and life is a great adventure. And if you feel like maybe you want to expand your views a little bit, I can help you with that. Well, I've gone over time as usual, and I appreciate every one of you. The people who come on and watch the show, whether it's a recording or live, and you send me the little thumbs up and the hearts, and you share it, and you type in a comment or something. I can't see those today, but if you're here, thank you. Thank you so much. And I would love to hear a word from you about what you believe. Whether it doesn't have to be any of the big things. You can say, hey, I believe that I'm a good person. And if you believe that truly, chances are pretty good you're going to be a good person more often than not. So, yeah, these are great thoughts for me. Okay, I wish you a wonderful day. Remember that you are responsible for making it the best day that it can be. And a reminder to do something nice for somebody else today. If you have the resources, do something nice for a bunch of people. Some of you do that, and I really appreciate you for doing that. It's a great thing. Let's be that light. Let's be that source of love and peace and joy and hope and promise and all the things that make a difference in the world. Even though the world is a challenging, dark place, we can affect the world, the little world in which we actually live and work and play and communicate with others. So if you have the opportunity to be that light, to be that source of positiveness in any way, do it, because we need it. This world needs your positive energy. Okay, that's all for today. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.